Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors and sponsored by Paychex and also sponsored by WorkHuman. My name is Steve Boese. New research shows childcare is unaffordable in every U.S. state. The cost of childcare has been climbing dramatically for the past decade, with some families spending about a quarter of their yearly income or more on these expenses. As federal funding and pandemic-era relief have disappeared, many care providers have struggled to keep their doors open, making it even more difficult for families to find affordable childcare. By federal standards, families should only be spending about 7% of their annual income on childcare. The new analysis by the National Women's Law Center finds that as of 2025, the average family would need to earn at least $180,000 annually to comfortably afford the national cost of infant care, which is around $12,600 per year. And childcare costs tend to be highest for infants and children under the age of 2. And in states with a higher cost of living, such as California or New York, the annual income required to ensure that childcare is affordable can be upwards of $250,000 per year. The report also noted that a single-parent household would have to make nearly $87 per hour in a full-time, year-round position to afford childcare. And in some areas, such as Washington, D.C., a family's income would need to be over $330,000 per year to comfortably afford childcare for one child. And even in South Dakota, a state with lower than average childcare costs, families would still need to make nearly $98,000 annually. And families with multiple children would need to make significantly more to have affordable childcare. And it's important to note that the cost of providing child care cannot easily be reduced, since the bulk of those costs are for the compensation for child care educators who already are receiving low-level wages. And these low wages make it difficult for early educators to support their own families and for child care programs to attract and retain staff, making it a kind of perfect storm of challenges facing both providers and consumers of child care. In our H3HR Advisors 2025 Workplace Trends Report, we identified caregiving as one of the top issues and trends for HR leadership this year. In the report, we noted that a significant portion of caregivers in the U.S. are parents or guardians caring for minor children. And according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, approximately 33% of U.S. households with children under 18 include someone who provides childcare. And many of these caregivers also juggle work responsibilities, with some studies indicating that about 35 to 40% of all U.S. workers are involved in childcare, either directly or indirectly. So in short, for most organizations, as many as 40% of the workforce, and in some cases likely much more, are having to balance work, childcare, other caregiving obligations, and the increasing unaffordability of care in much of America. We also note in our report that employers have the opportunity and perhaps even the obligation to support their workers with these caregiving challenges. Increasingly, workers are looking to their employers and their employer-sponsored benefits programs to provide additional resources and support for caregiving. For example, regarding childcare, the KinderCare Parent Confidence Report from 2023 states that 69% of workers rank childcare benefits in the top 5 of all benefits in their total compensation packages. As there seems to be no quick, easy solution to the ongoing childcare crisis in America, stepping in with additional support seems to be a smart way for organizations to generate employee loyalty, engagement, retention, and overall happier and more secure employees. It certainly is a trend worth watching this year. We will continue to follow this and all the important topics and trends in the world of work here on the HR Happy Hour Media Network. That's it for the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors.